Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Workers' Resources. Workers' Resources Soviet Republic, the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture. 219? 219? 219! We are doing another town. Yes, down here, which purpose will be to make electronics, to actually make us self-sufficient on electronics in this day and age, 2065. And I've done a little bit of landscaping here, a bit flattened out a bit of area for the industrial zone. I also figured this time we're not going to use goddamn ships and boats for this. No, we're going to use the railroad, actually, to bring the stuff in, and maybe out too. No, out is only going to be finished electronics. It's the only output product, and that's a very small amount of stuff. You can use a truck for that. But it does take a few things to make it. Yes, it does. So what we're going to need is, how was it again? Was it 3? Let's look rather than speculate. Even though speculating can be fun, certainly. Electronics assembly hall, 3 tons of electrical components, and you make 1.1. Yeah, so 3 of those. And you require 2.6 tons of plastics each, so 3 times 2.6 maths, that takes us then to 5.22 plus another one, that's 7.9 tons of plastics. So I think that we need 2 plastics factories at the very least, and the electronics assembly hall uses another 4.5 tons of plastics. What did I say before? 9.5 tons? Yeah, we need like 13 tons of plastics per workday. Yeah, and doesn't it do like 6 tons or something? So 2 plastic factories ought to do it, right? Yeah, 2 plastics factories and 3 of the electrical components factories. Yeah, but first and foremost, a huge chemical plant. Now, we're going to need 2 of these. Yes. That's just how it is. Maybe I did a bit much space here, but whatever. 2 of these opposite each other, and such... One here maybe. Sure, one there, and then one here. Then, if that makes sense, I don't know yet if it makes sense or not, but it is something. And then to take care of the chemicals, and do we want to do this in the same fashion that I always try and do it? Maybe. That's a warehouse. Then connected to the thing. That we then hook up plastics factory and electrical components factories too. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Plastics, chemicals goes in, and yes. A few more things then. Plastics factory. One of these here, maybe. But the other way around, maybe like so. Because you see, here will be all factory connections, and that will be difficult to have workers going around. This way, maybe. Plastics factory. Sure. And this way too. Mirrored. If the tooltip could just go away. There's a way, it's just to hold down control and the tooltip goes away, but that also disables the automatic hookup thing. Yes. There we go. We now have 2 plastic factories and 3 electrical components factories then. Preferably we would merge or something. Or take, well, one electrical components factory could be here, one here, and one in the middle, if it would be possible to hook it up to both warehouses. Electrical components factory. This one isn't that bad. This one can fit in like here. Here. Yeah, maybe even over here. And then the same, or rather the equivalent for this one. Be like here, maybe. Yeah, sure. And then the third one that somehow connects to both of those warehouses. It's not going to happen. No, that's not going to happen. The electrical components factory is not correctly configured to be able to do such a thing. Okay, well, this I'm going to fiddle a bit with this and try and actually get it to work in a reasonably optimum fashion. What if we did... we can remove the plastic factories too then, sure. There's the road, we can remove the warehouses too. Since that didn't work very well. What about if we do this instead? Isn't this exactly what you had before, more or less? I want it a bit angled. There is stand a chance of getting both of the things in. That's how you've done it on the other side, so maybe that's the way you're going to do it here too, but it doesn't look... it is mirrored correctly. Correct. And tooltip, you're a little bit in the way there. Yeah, we put it down there for now. But how the hell do we get an electrical components factory that hooks up to both and also fit it in with 2 other ones? Advanced industry, electrical components factory. That makes it hook up to both. Yeah, but where do you fit it in? The other one. This one should not be like so. Maybe move this down a bit. Put it like here instead. Like that. And then again, make another attempt at the electrical components factory. We should really have this as a favorite key or something at this point. But it's very large. And that's one. The road wants the other side. Maybe that's another one. And that is yet another one. Okay. Yes. Right, and now 2 plastic factories too. And preferably I would want one place to drop workers off for all this, but that it might not be possible to actually accomplish, but we'll see. We'll have multiple bus lines if it isn't possible, but that's the goal anyway. Oh, and the electronics assembly hall doesn't do any pollution, so that we could have in town, and we just drive the plastics and electrical components and mechanical components in. Yeah, maybe not. But fossil fuels and a plastics factory. Like one here. Short one there and another one around here somewhere. And workers for all this then. You have here the chemical factories do not have any foot access other than on the end here. Maybe bus platform like here would do the trick, and then with some underpasses. Because if you look at street connections for this thing is here. Right. Just drawing in a bit so we get something to as a point of reference or something. Also, it needs to be done in any case. Yes, and then a bus platform, like bus platform, a small one. No, we'll do the big one. Like there. Like there, yes. And then you say underpasses to get them. We need them by here, and we need them all the way over to there. How far is that? Is that going to be a problem? Think so, but you never know. No, 184 meters, that's not going to be a problem whatsoever. Pedestrian underpass. There you go. And boom, boom. You could, if I don't remember this completely incorrectly, you could actually join these up underground with other ones, so we can have them split and so on underground. It's going to be of great help to getting them to here, for example. Might be making this up, though. And over to here too, and this might be stretching the limits of the walking range a little. No, I don't think so. Tape measure here, there, and further on. No problem whatsoever. Okay, beneath ground. And look, if we see if we can do this pedestrian tunnel. Yes. Yes. No, you're not actually hooking up to it, are you? No, you're not. Are you? But you want to do that? That's okay. But some other infrastructure is in the way. There, okay. Yeah, but we can put... That's no problem. We put another pedestrian underpass in here, say. That we want to get to here. Yes. Now we have workers will be coming out of there, and so on. And in order to actually build this, we need to have them hooked up to road too. This one is simple enough. There you go. That's for the electrical components factories. Yes, this is also reasonably simple, I think. Yes, and here it's possible to do something in the middle of this. It's not. God damn it, it's a bit too close then. Same goes for this one. Yes, we'll have to move this out a little bit, the bus platform, and get rid of these. And get rid of this. And again, another bus platform that will put just a little bit further out this time. There you go. And now they should be able to actually build these things too. Yeah, and here, whilst we're at it, we do that too. Okay. We'll put in a road. Here maybe. Or somewhere hereabouts. Other infrastructures in the way. Crossing not allowed. Too close to the pedestrian thing. Yeah, this is going to be done very soonish. Maybe not. But then, okay. Yes, in these warehouses we'll have electrical components and plastics, which is what the electronics assembly hall desires. We can't really get that in here as it is, but that's all right. I think we neither have a road cargo station attached to any of these warehouses, which is a bit of a shame. So we'll have to truck it directly, or if we could we get a rail in? No, we couldn't get a rail in. Are you kidding? Meanwhile, how far have they come on this road and everything? A little bit. Not that far though, but they are working on it. Distance, concrete and asphalt. Yeah, you have your work cut out for you. There's a little bit of a ways until we get to the main street here. And the railroad, how's that coming? Not at all. I seem to recall also asking for ordering a passing track here. You have not done that neither. No workers or mechanism. What seems to be the matter? Oh, we have a poorly placed semaphore here. Very poorly placed semaphore. Go home. Go home? Oh? You can't go home because you're on your way to. You see, I sent this construction train set to be working in here. That's what I tried to do. But this semaphore is quite stupid and illegal. You're going to get exactly this if you have that. It took care of that by itself apparently. And now you're moving in. That's why nothing had happened with the railroad for all this time. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's it. No, that's not it. But it is a start. Then we need all the things they need here. They need wood. They need gravel. They need oil, and they need one more thing. What is that? Crops. So and crops and oil, obviously, we do ourselves. Gravel, we can't do ourselves. And wood is not sustainable to do ourselves, so we'll be importing that, I think. And since these have 4 railroad connections directly on them, what I'm thinking is having trains driving into the factory. Maybe. Thereby not needing to surround them with quite so much many storage spaces. Right? It's a thought. Where is the aggregate input? It's there. Right. How much aggregate do you store again? A huge chemical plant of this variety. This variety, yes. They've changed this around a bit. It uses less. This used to be 10 times the original chemical plant, but the original chemical plant is now a bit different. Whatever, I'm continuing, I'm sticking with this. You have 1200 tons of oil, so you definitely do not need an external oil storage thing for you, and you can store 64 tons of crops, which is going to last you use 5 tons of work day, 5 tons of gravel a day, and how much of that can you store? You're not telling me. You're 240 tons. We might actually make it by simply putting trains directly in here with both gravel, oil, and all of it. Really? You sure you want to do that? No? I'm really sure about anything. But this will continue next time, I believe. Because this is it for this time. We can... yeah, that's it. Thank you so very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.